It's a big morning for the future of Europe. British Prime Minister Boris Johnson says he has reached a new Brexit deal with EU leaders. He tweeted a short time ago calling it a great new deal and urging Parliament to approve it by this weekend. Futures are moving higher here, and we also have European markets higher as well. The FTSE 100 up 61 points, the CAC 40 up mildly, just gaining about 3.5, and the DAX in Germany up 50 points. Yahoo Finance's Tom Belger joins us from London with the very latest. So, Tom, walk us through this deal and what comes next.
Well, just a few weeks ago, there was widespread skepticism about whether UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson even wanted a new Brexit deal, let alone whether the EU would grant one. But Parliament forced him to choose between delaying Brexit and striking a deal, and it's the latter he's gone for and managed to secure with the EU today. Johnson has compromised to reach that. He's accepted Northern Ireland may have to stay economically much closer than previously envisaged to the EU. But on the flip side, the EU has also compromised itself by allowing Northern Irish politicians the chance to vote in years to come on whether this arrangement's working for them, and a fairly complex customs arrangement to ensure which would see Britain effectively enforcing EU taxes. The devil's in the detail, though. This is very similar in some ways to the deal struck by Theresa May. As you can see, the UK will pay a fairly hefty divorce bill. EU and citizens' rights should be protected, and crucially today, it looks like a hard border on the island of Ireland could be avoided. This has just been published, though, in the past few hours, and businesses are very much reserving judgment, with some of the wording implying there could potentially be some new serious friction and new trade barriers, more than envisaged in Theresa May's deal, and more than if Britain stayed in the EU.
Tom, we're seeing some optimism in the markets this morning off of this news, but how likely is it that Parliament signs off on it?
Well, with talks on a knife edge, no one believed it would. Well, a lot of people simply did not believe it would get this far. The EU, you'd think, probably wouldn't have agreed to this deal if they didn't think there was a reasonable chance of Parliament voting for it. It's worth saying in the past few months, since Theresa May had her deal rejected in Parliament for the umpteenth time, a lot of centrist MPs have started to think that the prospect of any deal, frankly, is better than no deal. But the crunch issue is the Democratic Unionist Party in Northern Ireland has grave reservations about this deal, and Boris may well need their support. They fear being cut off from the rest of the UK, so it very much remains to be seen whether he can rely on their support.
Hey investors, Zach Guzman here. Are you interested in learning more about the markets and getting the latest financial news? Well, then click right here to subscribe to our Yahoo Finance YouTube channel. Get the latest up-to-the-minute market analysis, big interviews in the world of finance, and information on how to manage your money every day wherever you are.